Oh yeah, I am excited! Something finally happened that I've been waiting all season to happen out here at my base. And yep, I can't wait to spend some diamonds. Probably all of them. Got a decent amount. What is that? 107. Yeah. For me, that's pretty dang good. But as usual, they are going to be gone because Salesman Sam has finally visited my base and the elves. And yes, we are so happy to see him. Let's see, 1 diamond for 32. Yes, please. How many are there? 1. So that will be 14 diamonds. I sure hope. Hope I didn't math that wrong. But on the other side, we have raw fish. Yep, I'll take them too, please. Looks like Dio's here, but just a little too late. Bottom out. Thank you, Salesman Sam. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, something else has happened. I just casually sort of changed the game, in the whole gold farm field. Don't want to brag or anything about it, but yeah, it's pretty revolutionary. No more need for those big nether farms. We can take care of it right here at a nether portal. Check this out. The piglins, when they spawn here from the obsidian, they come walking on out and look around and they turtle legs, and then they fall in this wonderful little powder snow. And as you can see, it has been up here working since I put it in, which was a while ago now. And I have gathered a total of 15 nuggets. I'm coming for you, El Mango. My farms are going to be changing the game.
They say tame your demons, go find your reasons. My mind is a wildfire. I raise my white flag in the night. This time I'm gonna make it right. I find my strength up in the stars. Sing hallelujahs in the dark. This is the first time I feel the sunrise. Lift the gray skies from my mind. I raise my white flag in the night. Out of the dark into the light.
Well, you just saw the footage. I have just awoken the Kraken. Dun dun dun! Yep, I don't know what I was thinking. Never built anything like that before, and now it's going to be out there terrorizing the Elven Bay and all of the wonderful new resident Zetas who have come out and taken up homes on the tropical isle, expecting a nice volcano-y warm getaway. And now they're not going to have that because there is a giant Kraken in the caves below, and its tentacles have stretched out of the caves and are trying to find any kind of victim they can. Now, while Miah is good at looking at things, he's not as good as Miah Cam, so I brought Miah Cam in to get better shots at the angles of the Kraken's tentacles, because it's a real 3D winding and twisting build. And yeah, just seeing it from a couple angles probably won't do it as far as showing off kind of how cool I think they are. So why don't we go ahead and check out what's in the bay. Ooh. Out here on the balcony, we can see the tentacles towering over the poor little shell homes. You know, I wonder if these ancient creatures that lived within these shells were all wiped out by the Kraken. I bet that's what happened to them. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? But as we walk closer and closer to the tentacles, they come into view, and you can see just how crazy they are. Yep, I'm really loving this build palette. I first had the idea to do some kind of giant tentacle outside of the bay early on in the season, and wasn't really sure if I'd do it because, while I love doing organic stuff, it's a crazy organic shape, and yeah, I've never done anything like it, but I finally decided it's time to put it out here. And then 1 wasn't enough, 2 was enough, 3 might be enough, who knows? We gotta wait and see what this Kraken does. But let's take a bit of a closer look. As you can see, the slimy spot here is the honey, which is lit up by glow shrooms from behind. I think that's a nice little like intersection area for the Kraken. And then they got this cool like fibrous philia membrane that wraps around it that separates that from the tougher outer skin of the Kraken. So let's take a look at this one a little closer, get a quick idea of some of the angles that we got going here. I built these in creative first to get the shapes as right as I could. These are some weird shapes, and yeah, they took a lot of work to kind of dial them in first. So it was really nice working in a creative build for something like this. If we go down below the water, we can take a look at the lower bits of the tentacle. As you can see, it kind of bows out down here. It undulates into bigger and smaller bits as it goes. Right here, it's pushing through the caves below, so it's really bulbous here. And then as it goes up and it stretches and twists and maybe reaches, it gets thinner so that it can do those things, because it's a tentacle. Haha, got you there. Here's the second one. Yep, this one's pretty funky angle. It's the smallest of all of them. And yeah, all of these took quite a bit of work getting the angles down to what they are now. And sure, they're probably not perfect, but I think they look fairly organic and look pretty dang good at that. Down there you can see bits of the cave that this one is coming up out of. And again, as you can see down here, it does widen out as it bulges through the exit of the cave, and then thins out as it reaches up for the sky and tries to seek out any locals that it can find. And over here, the third tentacle, the biggest by far of all the tentacles. That Kraken has a good reach here. This giant tentacle was definitely the toughest of the 3 to build. It's got the most turns and undulations and all of that, and trying to keep it looking as natural as possible. It took a lot longer than the other 2, but it was worth it, I would say. You know, I feel like I nailed the organic feel of these. That's a lot of feeling there. Well, these are feelers too, I guess. But yeah, hopefully everyone out there, or some of you at least, agree with me. One thing I can say, these are definitely pretty unique. Not something I've ever seen before in Minecraft, and just from a fantasy standpoint. Their palettes, the glowing, the idea behind it all, that there's a big giant Kraken down there trying to break free. well, I really like how it's all coming together. And whatever may be in store for these elves in the future, it looks like it's gonna be some wild times ahead. Now let's go take a look down below one last time. We've got this basin down here that comes right off the edge of the island there with the sea elves and the fantasy homes right up there. And as you can see, the Kraken kind of surrounds this little basin. So I'm probably going to do something more with it here. Kind of expose it a little more or show some remnants of its past devoured. Wow. Look at that. We can actually see the great beast's eye. Behold, the great Kraken. It's definitely a massive beast. The caves in there must be gargantuan in size. Let's take a closer look if we can. Hopefully it doesn't see us. But yep, there it is. See the color palette? I'd say that's the Kraken.
You ain't feeling if you're trying it. Ooh, gotta believe the future's brighter. You owe it to yourself to do what only brings you joy. So shut up all that noise, yep, shut up all that noise. Hey, just chill, I got all the time to kill. Yeah, I got good vibes, good vibes. I'm too blessed to give in to any stress, it's only good vibes.